You lie to yourself. It is the oldest sin in your blood. In the quiet of the night, when the house is still and the distractions of the day have burned down to ash, you make a vow. You look into the mirror, or you stare at the ceiling in the dark, and you say, "Tomorrow. Tomorrow I change. Tomorrow I wake early. Tomorrow I do the work. Tomorrow I stop the vice." The feeling is intoxicating. It rushes through your veins like a drug, the cheap dopamine of a victory you have not yet earned. You feel strong. You feel capable. You feel like a king surveying a kingdom he has not yet conquered. And then, the sun rises. The alarm rings. The air is cold. Your body is heavy. The mind, which was a lion the night before, is now a whimpering dog begging for comfort. And you break. You hit snooze. You skip the gym. You eat the poison. You scroll. You drift. By noon, the vow is dead. By evening, the shame sets in. And by nightfall, you are making the promise again. The cycle repeats. It is a wheel of torture, and you are the one turning it. You think you lack motivation. You think you need a better plan, a new app, a different strategy. You are wrong. You do not lack tools. You lack substance. You are not solid. You are a leaf in the wind. Every impulse blows you off course. Every urge pushes you down. You are reacting to the weather of your emotions, bending, breaking, scattering. To build willpower, unbreakable, ancient, terrifying willpower, you must stop being the leaf. You must stop being the dust. You must become the mountain. This is not a metaphor for poetry. This is a structural demand for your psychology. A mountain does not wake up and ask itself if it feels like standing tall today. A mountain does not negotiate with the wind. A mountain does not care if the sun shines or if the blizzard rages. It remains. It is heavy. It is grounded. It is absolute. Today, we kill the leaf. Today, we begin the geological process of turning your fluid, weak mind into stone. This is the path of the high country. Modern men are obsessed with fire. They want passion. They want burning desire. They watch videos of screaming athletes and roaring crowds trying to ignite a spark in their chest to get them moving. This is your first mistake. Fire is fickle. Fire requires fuel. If the wood is wet, the fire dies. If the wind is too strong, the fire blows out. If you rely on the fire of emotion to drive your actions, you will always be a slave to your mood. Willpower is not fire. Willpower is stone. Musashi did not write the Book of Five Rings because he felt inspired every morning. He wrote it in a cave, alone, facing his death in the cold silence of Regando. He did not need heat. He had the cold, hard weight of duty. The Stoic does not ask for energy. He asks for stability. When you say you want willpower, what you are really asking for is the ability to act despite your feelings. But you keep waiting for your feelings to align with your actions. You are waiting for the water to stop flowing so you can cross the river. The warrior walks through the river. He gets wet. He gets cold. The current pushes against his legs. He does not care. You must stop seeking the feeling of motivation. You must learn to operate in the cold. Think of the mountain in winter. It is covered in ice. The trees are bare. The wind howls across the granite face. Does the mountain shiver? Does it shrink? Does it wish it were summer? No. It holds its ground. The first law of the mountain is indifference. You must cultivate a supreme indifference to your own internal weather. You wake up tired? Irrelevant. You feel anxious? Irrelevant. You feel lazy? Irrelevant. These feelings are just clouds passing over the peak. If you chase the clouds, you fall off the edge. If you watch them, acknowledge them, and let them pass while you remain still, you become the master. Stop trying to set yourself on fire. Be cold. Be hard. Be immovable. How is stone made? It is not born. It is forged through pressure and time. Sand becomes sandstone through the crushing weight of layers above it. Carbon becomes diamond through the terrifying pressure of the earth. Your will is soft because you have never allowed yourself to feel the pressure. As soon as the weight becomes uncomfortable, you shift. You drop the load. You look for an escape. You are like a man lifting a heavy stone who drops it the moment his muscles burn. You never get stronger because you never sustain the tension. To build the mind of steel, you must learn to stay in the pocket of pain. When the urge to quit arises, that is not the signal to stop. That is the signal that the training has begun. Imagine you are sitting in silence, trying to focus on your work. The urge to check your phone rises. It feels like an itch behind your eyes. It feels like a physical pull. Most men succumb instantly. They scratch the itch. They break the tension. But the mountain stays. You must learn to sit with that urge. Feel it. Look at it. It is a wave of energy. It wants you to move. It is screaming at you to seek comfort. Do not move. Hold the line. Let the urge scream. Let the mind panic. You sit there, staring at the screen or the book or the empty space, and you endure the pressure. This is the geological moment. This is where the sand turns to rock. Every second you hold that tension without breaking, you are calcifying your will. You are adding a layer of density to your soul. Musashi spoke of the stance of no stance, but physically, he was rooted. His spirit was fluid, but his discipline was rigid. He understood that to wield the sword effectively, the hand must be firm. Your mind is the sword. If your grip is loose, you will drop it in battle. The pressure is necessary. The boredom is necessary. The frustration is necessary. These are the heavy layers of earth pressing down on you. Do not run from them. Do not seek to alleviate them with cheap entertainment or snacks or distractions. Let the weight crush the weakness out of you. Let it compress you into something that cannot be broken. When you feel like you cannot take another step, take one more. Not because you are motivated, but because you are building the architecture of stone. The greatest enemy of the mountain is not the storm. It is the slow, invisible erosion of water. A single drop of water seems harmless. Just one, you say. Just one cheat meal. Just one missed workout. Just 5 minutes of scrolling. It is just a drop. But a drop, repeated over time, cuts through rock. The Grand Canyon was carved by the persistence of water against stone. Your vices are the water. They do not attack you with a sword. They attack you with a whisper. They offer you a tiny, harmless compromise. You worked hard today, the voice says. You deserve a break. You can start again on Monday. It doesn't matter if you skip this small task. This is the erosion. This is how the mountain crumbles. Not by an explosion, but by the slow wearing away of your standards. To possess the steel mind, you must become non-porous. Stone that absorbs water cracks when it freezes. You must be granite. Water must slide off you. This means you do not negotiate with the weakness. You do not debate with the voice in your head. When a warrior is on the battlefield and the enemy charges, he does not stop to have a conversation with the enemy. He does not ask the enemy if he can come back later. He strikes. When the voice of compromise speaks, you must kill it instantly. Do not argue with it. Arguments are a sign of weakness. If you are arguing with yourself about whether to go to the gym, you have already lost, because you have legitimized the option of not going. The mountain does not debate with the rain. It simply exists. You must reach a point where the option of failure does not exist in your mental landscape. It is not a door you can open. It is a wall. This requires a fundamental shift in your identity. You are not trying to be disciplined. You are not attempting a new routine. You are a disciplined man. If you are a vegetarian, you do not walk past a steakhouse and struggle with the urge to eat meat. You simply do not eat meat. It is not who you are. The decision was made years ago. There is no willpower required because there is no choice to be made. You must apply this identity to your discipline. I am a man who trains. I am a man who speaks the truth. I am a man who wakes before the sun. When this is your identity, the erosion stops. The water slides off. You become waterproof. You become weatherproof. The ancient Stoics called this prohairesis, the moral will, the reasoned choice that defines who you are. It is the one thing the tyrant cannot take from you. It is the one thing the storm cannot destroy. Protect it with your life. As you build this willpower, as you become the mountain, you will notice something terrifying. You will be alone. The valley is crowded. The valley is full of people seeking comfort, warmth, and easy pleasures. They herd together to complain about their lives, to validate each other's weakness, to share in the warmth of their collective failure. But the peak is lonely. The air is thin up there. It is cold. There is no applause. When you start waking up at 4 a.m., no one will be there to cheer for you. When you say no to the drink, your friends will mock you. When you stay in on a Friday night to work on your craft, people will call you obsessed. They will call you boring. They will try to drag you back down to the valley. They do not hate you. They fear you. Your stability exposes their instability. Your discipline shines a harsh light on their chaos. A mountain makes the hills look small. You must be willing to walk the path alone. Musashi walked the length of Japan, often alone, unkempt, focused entirely on the way. He did not seek the approval of the courts. He sought the perfection of the cut. If you need a workout partner to go to the gym, you are not a mountain. You are a sheep. If you need a mastermind group to keep you accountable, you are a child asking for a babysitter. The man of steel holds himself accountable. He has an internal standard that is higher than any external demand. He looks in the mirror and sees the only judge that matters. Can you bear the silence? Can you bear the misunderstood existence of the high path? If you want to be unbreakable, you must detach your self-worth from the opinions of the drifting dust. Let them blow in the wind. Let them swirl and dance and complain. You stand. You cast a long shadow. The silence of the peak is not empty. It is full. It is full of clarity. It is full of power. It is in this silence that you hear the truth of who you are. There will come a day when the pressure is too much. You will face a tragedy, a heartbreak, a financial collapse, a physical injury. The sky will turn black, and the thunder will shake the very foundations of your soul. This is the test. Everything before this was rehearsal. This is the performance. The weak man says, "I am going through a hard time, so I will let my discipline slide." He uses his pain as an excuse to return to the mud. He medicates his grief with vice. He abandons his routine because life is too hard right now. But the mountain? The mountain proves itself in the storm. When your world is falling apart, that is the most critical time to hold the line. Your discipline is the only thing that will save you. It is the anchor in the hurricane. If you lose your job, you do not sleep in. You wake up earlier. You sharpen the blade. If she leaves you, you do not drink. You train harder. You purify the mind. If you fail, you do not weep. You analyze. You rebuild. This is the concept of amor fati, loving the fate, loving the storm. Do not just endure the difficulty. Use it. A mountain that survives a landslide is reshaped, stripped of the loose debris, left with only the hard, bedrock core. Let the pain strip away everything that is not essential. Let the crisis reveal your true nature. When you are in the darkest pit, when your will is trembling, you must summon the landslide. You must bring the full weight of your being crashing down on the weakness. You look the shadow in the eye and you say, "You cannot move me. I am not this flesh. I am not this feeling. I am the principle. I am the law." This is the ultimate secret of willpower. It is not about getting something. It is about being something. It is the refusal to be anything less than the highest version of yourself, regardless of the circumstance. Listen to me. The world wants you soft. It wants you pliable. It wants you to be a consumer, a reactor, a victim of your own chemistry. It is designed to erode you. To build an unbreakable will is an act of rebellion. It is a declaration of war against the modern age. You will not find this power in a book. You will not find it in this video. You will find it in the silence that follows this video. You will find it in the next choice you make. The screen will go dark. The silence will return. And you will be left with the itch, the urge to drift, the urge to sleep, the urge to delay. That is the enemy. Do not wait for tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is only the eternal now. Plant your feet, lock your knees, straighten your spine. Feel the ground beneath you. It is old. It has seen millions of men rise and fall. It supports only those who stand. Become the heavy thing. Become the cold thing. Become the thing that time cannot wear down. Let the others drift like smoke. Let the others crumble like sand. You are the mountain, and the mountain remains.